Hey guys, how y'all doing? It's me, Johnny, and welcome back. Finally, your boy's back with a t-shirt that's wet. Hey, I just got this one out of the washing machine, and it's the only one I had available to go to the gym for. So, it's 30 degrees out there right now, so I'm pretty sure this will get pretty dry very soon. Anyways, enough talk about gym. Here we are. Here's your boy back again with the Sorare content. First of all, let me explain as to why I haven't uploaded for this long. The reason behind it is the fact that I was gone for a week. For my 30th birthday, I flew over to Norway and spent a week there with my family. My wife was there, and then my mom and my stepdad were with us as well. It was an amazing journey, and I really enjoyed myself. If there are any viewers out there that do live in Norway, you should appreciate your country a lot more. Your nature is beautiful. It's stunning. So here we are. Let's talk about what you have missed, and let's talk about a few of my plans, and let's do our deadline day lineup builder as well, or at least show you guys what lineups I have lined up. And yeah, let's jump into it. So S05 stats, as you guys can see, throughout the past couple of weeks, I haven't been as successful. Ever since the big wins in All-Star Rare Pro with Takaoka and Onana, obviously my rewards have dropped down massively. Main reason being that Masato Morishige was injured. The super rare legend that we had in our team, he has gotten injured. That also hurt my super rare goalkeeper. So most of the weeks, we just didn't really have strong lineups in the past couple of weeks. I never really felt confident about my teams. But we did win ourselves a Serdar Azmoun in All-Star Rare Pro in Game Week 268. So let me show you what has happened there. So All-Star Rare Pro in that week, I had Slovik playing, the goalkeeper that I mentioned, who is missing Morishiga big time. He got 45 points in that game. I believe they conceded quite late as well. He had the clean sheet bonus at one point, but then lost it, I believe, if I remember correctly. Anyways, Saliba got 65.9 points. Fausto Vera, the under 23 Rare Pro player that I really wanted to use. I used him in All-Star Rare Pro this week, and it worked out perfectly. He got himself an assist. Cezinha back from his injury. We bought him for like 2k. He's currently going for like 2.8, which is amazing to see. It's always worth it buying players when they're injured. That's one thing that I've really learned now, and that's one thing I'm definitely gonna keep redoing when top players get injured, buying them low and selling them or keeping them as they go back up in value. Then obviously Moussa Dembele, the GOAT, has gotten us a couple of goals as well. Very happy with him. In hindsight, I don't know why I captained Dembele. I probably should have captained Cezinha anyways, because obviously he gets better AA scores. So that was not really necessarily the best thing to do. But it was a tier 1 rare. And the tier 1 rare, I opened up the reward in Norway on my phone, and I got myself Serdar Azmoun, who I sold for around 400 euros. So that was quite nice, considering that he basically is just a backup to Patrick Schick. So I'm pretty happy with having sold him immediately. But ever since then, things have not necessarily gone well for me. Now, one thing I can say, though, is it's beautiful to see that my ETH value of my gallery has gone up to 14.1. It was at 14.1. I bought someone just now. You guys will see in a second. But it has gone to 14.1, which was basically the amount of ETH I had deposited onto the account up until yesterday. So 14.1 ETH is what I had in terms of portfolio value, and 14.9 was the amount that I had invested. So in terms of ETH, finally, the gallery is climbing back up again. But I made the decision to go out there again and finally deposit again. Last time I deposited was back in March. And now I decided, you know what? I want to be strong in this summer. I want to have the best players possible, and I want to be able to compete because I have such a good All-Star Rare Pro lineup where if they stay fit and the lineups, schedules line up, it is going to be an incredible team. So what have I done? Well, let's dive into it. I have been sending offers out there for Hill. I've been trying to get Hill for a reasonable price. People have put him onto the market for way too much, in my opinion. And I tried to get him for his latest sale price, which was 2.3 ETH. As you guys might know, Hill is basically the GOAT on Sorare. If you take a look at his stats, I mean, it is ridiculous. The guy just gets dark greens all the freaking time. His AA scores are so good, and he gets himself decisives along with it, which leads to him having very, very high scores. I mean, his AA scores in the last games, look at this, 29, 25, 39, 21, 26. It's just ridiculous. And that's why he's worth a lot of money. That's just the truth. This guy costs a lot. And people are really trying to take advantage of his performances by listing him up way too high, trying to fish for people who might be new and don't really know how to buy these players. But right now, he is at the highest he's ever been in terms of ETH value. 2.35 is basically the maximum that I would personally go to as well. Hill is obviously unreal. I was trying to get some deals done, but sadly, none of them worked out. So I'm going to have to wait and be patient. And because of that, I went in and I got myself Acosta. So Acosta I got for 0.325 ETH plus Mandanda. I don't think Mandanda plays next season. Paul Lopez probably will reinstate himself into the starting lineup. But if we take a look at Acosta and the reason as to why I bought him, well, here you go. The guy is ridiculous. A huge shout out to Andrew Laird. He's the one that really pulled my attention to him. And I got to say, man, this is very impressive. And Cincinnati have been much better this season than they have last season. Like, look at these scores around last season, I believe these were. I mean, these are terrible scores for them. But this season, they're actually doing quite well. And he's up against Hill. So that is going to be quite interesting. Acosta against Hill in their matchup. I'm looking forward to it. So this is these are scores that I can really get behind. Even without the goal scoring, he gets 72.4 there, which really, really impresses me. For the price of him, I think that is a very, very good player to have. He takes the corners and everything as well. We want to have set piece takers. So I'm very excited to have Luciano Acosta in the team. He's 27 years old, which is a great age for a midfielder, in my opinion. He's still physically capable to go and run fast and play the 90 minutes, but also has the experience and the capabilities to pull off some good moments. So I'm very excited about Acosta and the team. Shout out to Laird once again. And what does that lead to? So game week 272, we go in and we see some familiar faces. First of all, we see Masato Morishiga. Now, you know, I have his super rare, but I went out there and I bought his rare as well because, dude, Morishiga is just unreal. I mean, let's be honest. This guy, for his price, it's just a joke. Like, look at those scores. He's so freaking good, and he's capable of scoring headers as well off of corners, I'm assuming. So now that he's back, I think Slovic, my goalkeeper, is going to do better. And also with Morishiga back, my All-Star Rare Pro is going to be firing out of all cylinders again. I'm very excited about this. So Morishiga, I just went in and did some vertical stacking. I got myself Morishiga as a rare because I had him as a super rare and I had the experience with him in the club already. So he's in. He's going to be playing alongside Crepo and Pablo Ruiz and Jesus Ferreira. And the last one, I wasn't too sure on. I'll talk to you guys about this in a second, but Chicharito hasn't scored in a long time, but they're playing at home against Houston. This has to be the time where Chicharito finally scores again. I really, really do hope he does because he's just quality. He just needs to get the ball to his feet in the right positions, and it just sadly hasn't happened lately. But going into the All-Star Rare Pro team. Now, initially, I wanted to have Pablo Ruiz in here instead of Acosta. But then I decided, you know what? Acosta is playing at home. That plays a big role in the MLS. And Salt Lake are up against Montreal, who tend to score a bunch of goals. So that's going to take a few points away from Pablo Ruiz. So I put him into the All-Star Rare. And I prioritized the All-Star Rare Pro team with Slovic, Morishiga playing at home against Kashiwa Reysol, who are good. So that's going to be a tough one. But hopefully Morishiga can do well. Then we have Acosta, who is going to be playing at home against Hill. His team are not necessarily great. I'm talking about Hill. His team does struggle a lot. Hill is just the outstanding player, so I'm hoping that will work into the favor of Luciano Acosta. Then Cezinha at home. The guy scored 80s every single game in the last 3 games, I believe. And then the GOAT himself, Moussa Dembele, one last time. He's up against like the 16th place team in the league, Clermont, who can't go down anymore into relegation. So they are safe. There's nothing to play for them. I believe Lyon might still have a chance to get like Conference League football or something. Nonetheless, I think Dembele wants to finish the season strong. And that's going to be really good for me because here's the thing. When the European season ends and Dembele's L5 is something around the 70s, he's going to be one of the top ranking Champion Europe attackers. So if we go into player rankings, Champion Europe, forward, right? And then we filter and we see on this list, if we go like L5, you can see that Moussa Dembele is like top 10. And in terms of L15, he's in there as well. Like he's someone, where was he? 8th. Yeah, you can see him right here, which is going to be very good for his value because throughout the summer, people are going to look for players to buy. You're going to be like, yeah, Benzema is too expensive. Mbappe, no. Neymar, no. Messi, too expensive. Terrier, yeah, sure, why not? Muniain, yeah, could be a good shout. Deulofeu, yes, maybe. And then Dembele there as well. Like, in terms of the value options, you have the likes of Muniain, Deulofeu, and Dembele. And then people are going to see, wait, he plays for Lyon, who are a decently strong team in terms of history. He's only 25 years old. So I think if he can pull off another good game, Dembele's value throughout the summer is going to go up a lot. So I'm really, really hoping that he can pick up another 70-plus score in this game against Clermont. I really, really do believe in this guy. I've watched him a couple of times throughout my ownership of his card, and I think he's quality. He's an amazing finisher who misses a lot of big chances as well, but he gets a lot of big chances in all of the games. So that excites me about him. And then for the under-23 rare, it's basically a throwaway team because I don't know if Hidl is going to play. I do have a, what's it called? A common Lafont, but I don't know, man. This team is not going to win anything anyways. And that's something that really annoys me. Like, I've gone ahead and gone against what I've been preaching a little bit by going ahead and bringing in fullbacks. Now, Tsunemoto has worked really well so far. Harriel as well. But I feel like with defenders, with central defenders, I could have had a little bit more success in the past. So under 23 wise for the summer, I'm just really excited to play under 23 Rare Pro because with Fuji and Fausto Vera, I feel like I have some good options there. But in terms of under 23 Rare, with Hasal here, Tsunemoto, Amaya, Ueda, Harriel, I just don't feel that confidence yet. And obviously, I am waiting for Hill. If Hill comes through, then Pablo Ruiz can be dropped down to the under 23 rares. Then those lineups will be looking a lot better, especially if someone like Chicharito could finally pick up his form. That'd be quite helpful. So I can drop Jesus Ferreira to the under 23 rare as well, possibly under 23 rare pro. I'm looking forward to seeing all that happen. But generally speaking, guys, for the first time in a long time, I have invested into the club again because I feel like prices are very, very low. And something tells me that the Premier League is going to be announced before the next season. And with that, and with the market already kind of recovering in terms of ETH value of players, we are looking good, man. We are looking good. I love where Sorare is going. They announced another 2-year deal with the Bundesliga, which has me excited. So generally speaking, guys, everything is looking good right now. The All-Star Rare Pro team, I'm very excited about. If you guys see any DMP worries, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any suggestions of changing things around, let me know, please. I'm glad I'm back to making content on Sorare again. I think in one of the upcoming videos, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my plans for the period where the European season is over and why Hill plays such a big role in those plans. Why I desperately need him to be in my team because I genuinely believe if I have Hill and I have Slovik, Morishiga, Acosta, Cecilia, and then Hill in the All-Star Rare Pro teams, I think I can make back the value of Hill within like a month. So hopefully we can go ahead and get him as soon as possible. I'm very excited, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all and sorry for making you wait. And yeah, take care. Peace.